Marketing Monday, guys. I'm Liezel. The two dogs that are causing a racket in my live at the moment are Luke and Leia. And whenever I seem to go live, they want to be in the shot. You'll see them jump onto my couch. There we go. There we go. Luke and Leia saying hi, peering over. So Marketing Monday, what is it about? Marketing Monday is about you asking questions to my incredible guests that join me every Marketing Monday live to aspire and inspire you. So if you've got any marketing or business related questions, if you want to showcase or talk about your business, or you just want to share some tips or advice that you've received or that's really helped you during lockdown, this is what Marketing Monday is all about. It's about uplifting each other. It's about inspiring. Every week I get an incredible guest to join us live on Marketing Monday to answer your questions, to reach out to you. And it's not just about me asking the guest questions. You get a turn as well. You get to post your questions in the comment section down below, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Ask the question of our guests. It could be something related to your business. It could be a marketing or branding related question. And we pose those questions live to our guests. And if you find that a little bit overwhelming, don't worry. What I've done is I've also got a section where you can direct message me, and you don't want your name shown on screen, you don't want your name mentioned, that's fine. Direct message your question to the guest. I'll watch it on the screen and I'll pose it to our guests through our Marketing Monday Live. So Marketing Monday Live is about all of us communicating, upskilling, upbuilding, and uplifting each other, not just myself, not just the guest that joins me, but you as well. And I've learned so much from you over the last 6 months. We've been doing this during lockdown. You guys have shared marketing tips, you've shared advice, you've shared upliftment tips, and it really has been an incredible journey. And it's such a great thing to look forward to every Monday, to know that you've got 20 to 30 minutes to join me, my guest, and share your tips, or perhaps get some tips as well from our guests. So please feel free to pop your questions in the comment section below. My name's Liezel, and every Monday at noon South African time, I host Marketing Monday Live. My two dogs, Luke and Leia, normally flank the couch. So I'm quite sitting right on the edge of the couch because they like to take over. So you'll see them pop in and out of screen. Don't get a fright. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself your lunch, and sit down, relax, and be prepared to be learning from our guests and inspired as well. Our guest today was based in Durban, and eventually moved to Johannesburg after obtaining a BCom degree, and started an incredible organization that has uplifted so many women over the past 25 years. And I'm really inspired, and it's a brand that I've admired and looked up to, and I've learned a lot from just following what they're doing and their process as well. And I'd like you to please put your virtual hands together as we welcome Leanne from Lumela Afrika joining us live on Marketing Monday. Hi, Leanne. Welcome to your first YouTube Live.
It is a whole new experience. Thank you for having me.
Don't be nervous. We've got some great viewers that are going to be watching and here to support you, and we really appreciate you coming live. We've got some highs and hellos that are already popping in on the screen. This is from Cindy Pavashik, based in Cape Town, saying hello.
Hi, Cindy.
Class in Session says, tuned in from shockingly good weather in Cape Town, and it's turned to rainy, overcast weather.
Okay.
And then Kathy Loosewaite just putting up her hand there, saying hi.
Hi, Kathy.
So this is how Marketing Monday works. It's just me chatting to you, and we have our viewers tuning in and posing questions just the way I've done it now on screen. They'll make comments, they'll pose questions, they give you advice, they give me advice, we offer advice. So it's just a conversation and a chat.
Divine. It's a good networking session.
Exactly. Leanne, I've seen the most incredible products behind you, and I want to know, how did your organization, Lumela Afrika, first start?
A long time ago. I used to be involved, in fact, in corporate pharmaceutical marketing, and every day I'd be driving to work, and I've always been involved in charity kind of work. So I've got quite a compassionate heart. I feel for people, and driving on the way to work, I would always see women with, kids on their backs or at the robots. And that's a very common sight in South Africa, a lot of single mothers. And so I would be giving them money, giving them food, giving them this, giving them that. But when sanctions dropped in 1994, it got me thinking about, how can I help these kind of women have a sustainable way of living. You know, there's got to be something more, because what is that saying? You've got to teach them to fish. Don't give them fish. You've got to teach them to fish. So I started 25 years ago. I resigned from my job. I was actually working for Boots Pharmaceuticals at the time. Boots is no longer in South Africa, but it's a big brand in the UK. And I got together with my my ex-mother-in-law at the time, and two ladies, and we started painting very naive. I mean, these ladies are not skilled, and very naive, bright, funky sort of art on little trinket boxes and ceramic plates and pencil cases. And I used to go around cold calling on little gift shops and craft stores. And I think these people always wondered who on earth I was. I'd be arriving there because I'd come from a very corporate background, so I didn't have quite the right. I wasn't wearing jeans at that time. I was dressed very preppy and whatever. And they just couldn't put what I was selling to what I looked like. But anyway, that was where it started. And people were wonderful. They saw my heart about what I was trying to do, and they supported me. And then I had some Jewish clients actually that I became very friendly with, and they said to me, that was about 3 years into with Lumela, and said to me, why don't I start painting onto enamel mugs? You know, enamel is a part of South Africa's heritage. It's something that's ingrained in generations gone by, and why don't you start painting onto them? So I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'm game for anything. Let's give it a try. Only to find out that you can't just put any paint on enamel, especially if you want it to last. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I had a friend who was a chemist. He developed a formula for us, because remember also, and here are a couple of them. These are one of our very original brands, brightly painted little tin cups for children, with tea sets and that. And so the paint had to be, you know, non-toxic, lead-free, blah, blah, blah. So we got onto that, and then the brand really, really took off. You know, we were selling it overseas. People saw it. I mean, at that stage, you know, there was no social media marketing. It was all pretty much word of mouth, doing trade shows. I did go and do trade shows sponsored by the DTI in New York, Berlin, and obviously our local trade shows in South Africa. And the enamel really put our business on the map, both locally and internationally. And now, 25 years later, we employ 24 people, and we concentrate on women and single women, but we do have some men working with us now, because we do things, we spraying with big compressors, and we've got these big kilns, and we need a bit of male strength behind things. So, but we are 98% women. And our artwork is very African inspired, although we have now ventured into doing a whole range of art. I mean, we can custom make anything. So I think the beauty of Lumela is that because we were a small organization, we custom make a lot. So, for example, we have quite a big, we supply sun resorts in Mauritius, and everything that goes to Mauritius looks nothing like we have here. It's all very subtle, you know, coral, pastel colors, dolphins and turtles and starfish, and yeah. So we're very fortunate that we can adapt to different markets. And then in the UK, we've done little farm, you know, little farm animals and farm things and daisies. We've done a whole daisy range that we sent to Holland. So we're able to adapt easily to different markets, and I think that's very much a unique selling point of ours. So yeah, we're 25 years later. I have to say, COVID has had quite a major impact on us, because our
most businesses.
Yeah, I mean, our core market is the tourist international traveler, and we've done phenomenally well with that, with the international traveler coming to South Africa. And of course, with our export markets, even into Zimbabwe, we export into Namibia, into Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Australia, and to Mauritius. But it's all based on a foreign tourist looking to buy trinkets. So yeah, it's been challenging. Another part of our business, which came out of our painted business, is we also do the plain enamel. So we're doing a lot of selling of that at the moment to restaurants, farm stores. I have a very big following in the Western Cape, particularly with the plain enamel. And then we also brand it. We do logos. I'm collaborating now with an organization called Stop Coffee, and we are doing the mugs with their logo on it, and then they're going to be putting their little coffee samples in it, and we're doing a launch on Saturday. So we're trying to get into diversify and getting into different areas, apart from our very heavily centric international guests that would usually buy a product. But we're back at work 2 days a week at the moment, but we're hoping that it's getting there, and we're positive that we will get back online. We know we will get back online. It's just getting through to getting back online. But yeah, that's pretty much my journey up until to date with Lumela, and I'm very proud of of what we've accomplished so far. I really, really am, and also been great that we've been able to start a business just out of art that has created a sustainable living for so many people. So
it's
that's kind of my journey.
incredible.
Yeah, it has been
Leanne,
an
it's
incredible
absolutely
journey.
incredible.
Yeah, so
And being
yes.
able to do it internationally, a South African brand that ships all over the world, is just incredible.
Well, 100%. I mean, we have plans to get further around the world, but obviously at the moment we've got to go back to basics before we get back out there. But we have. I mean, I just did a show in Manchester, in fact, just before COVID, and the response was great. But of course, with COVID hitting, everyone kind of has gone into a bit of hibernation. With buying, gifting generally, I think there's not a huge demand because obviously people are just not out being social and shopping and traveling and doing all those things. So unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is in terms of that at the moment. But yeah, I feel very proud of our little, hopefully bigger one day business. Yeah.
Now, if you had to reflect back on the last 25 years of your journey, what was
Yes.
the hardest moment and the hardest lesson that you've learned? We've heard everyone always mentions the great things about business, being an entrepreneur, but no one ever touches on the hard hitting and the hard moments, those moments where you really struggled.
Well, I have to tell you that this year has actually been my hardest year. I think pretty much, look, we've had our ups and downs, but I have to say that there is no other like this year. It has been an absolute challenge of mammoth proportion. I mean, no one would have expected, I mean, even when they launched the 3 weeks, I was still like, oh no, we're still going to get December in, the Christmas season, we'll be fine back in September. And no, I think this has to be, I think, the most challenging that I've ever experienced in business. Nothing has been as challenging as this. I mean, we've always seemed to get by. I've had a great team. I mean, I've had staff with me that have been with me for 20 years. We've got through lows, but nothing like this. I mean, this has been something that has been unprecedented and completely took us by surprise, and it's been really difficult navigating through it. But we really are trying our best, kind of teaming together, and I've got a great marketing team member, Tandy. So we're out there pushing. I've got my girls, my manager, Karine and Corey, who are very faithful and loyal to Lumela, phoning clients, being in touch, just really trying to, we're just trying to do everything we can, to bring business in. And I know we will succeed. It's tough. I mean, only being at work 2 days a week is not easy. And obviously I can't pay full salaries at the moment because we just don't have the turnover. But yeah, I believe that we're going to get there. And as I say, I mean, we're trying, getting involved with influencers like we are with Stop Coffee, and then there's it's called Hakara Rhino Initiative. We're getting involved in that. I've always wanted to get involved in a Saving a Rhino campaign, and I've never found anyone really that I've felt comfortable collaborating with. And then a chap by the name of Henny Harnekom phoned me a couple of weeks ago, super excited, and they're collaborating with Turvest, which is one of our biggest clients in South Africa. And we are going to be doing a range with them, a whole story of Rhino products. Obviously, a certain proportion will be donated to the foundation.
Just waiting for Leanne to join back. The signal seems to be
Oh,
disappearing there on and off. Sorry, Leanne,
can you
you
hear me
disappeared
now?
for a second. We call that the
Okay.
ad break.
Are you hearing now?
I
So
can
I
hear
don't know
you
what.
now. So welcome back from the ad break.
Okay.
You're at Henny. Your last sentence was with Henny.
Oh yes, so I was
and the
saying,
rhinos.
so yes, so I've also always wanted to be involved with, most of our products have got wildlife on them, and I've always wanted to get involved with an organization with Saving the Rhino. It's one of the most well-known of our big five that really is under threat, and I've never found a company in the last 5 or 6 years I've been looking that I wanted to collaborate with. But I now there's a company called the Hakara organization, headed by a guy called Henny Hanekom. And we're going to be collaborating with them with a whole range of rhino mugs and key rings. And we're going to be distributing it through Turvest. Turvest is the biggest curio or craft retailers in South Africa. So that is also something really worthwhile to look forward to, and apparently he's got contacts all over the world, so I'm excited. I mean, there's things that are coming, but it's just slowly catch a monkey, we'll get back on track. Yeah.
And how do you keep yourself positive and your staff positive with only being able to work 2 days a week, and you hadn't seen your staff for a couple of months due to the regulations here in South Africa with COVID?
Yeah, so it was very difficult because for the first 3 months, obviously, we weren't operating at all. So we created a WhatsApp group, and so we did continue to chat throughout lockdown on that. And then once we were able to sort of start coming back into work, I speak often to my managers, Corinne and Corey. I mean, every week. But then if I want to speak to any of the other staff that are in, we've been a bit slow. We've now installed Zoom because we're gonna do Zoom meetings every week when I'm not around. But I've got a conference phone, so I would speak to them all through a conference phone. So that's how we've been able to communicate. Remaining positive has been a challenge. It really, really has been a challenge, particularly with a lot of the stuff going on in my personal life. But from a personal point of view, I have a strong faith, and I totally believe in God. And I do believe, in fact, that everything will ultimately turn around for good. I have that basic faith, and that's what I believe. Yeah, in terms of my staff, it has been difficult during lockdown, but it's just always telling them about, what we're involved in, what we're doing, what we're trying to do to bring in business. And also I encourage them with their faith. A lot of my staff are Christians as well. And yeah, we all have a common area in that. So we're just looking to one God, and we do believe that it will turn around and we will get through this challenging time. And so yeah, during normal times, how we keep them motivated is we've done special days where, I remember we've done dress up days with them. We try and keep things fun with them. We have a worker of the month. We'll do happy birthday when it's someone's birthday. I think generally as a team, we're quite a positive team. Every now and then we have some of our staff that are down, and then we've got to deal with it. But both my managers really are, yeah, they're good. They're good with the staff, particularly if I'm not there. If they can't deal with it, then I do get involved. But I would say as a team, generally, we really are, we upbeat, and we try to be as positive as possible. Um, yeah, I don't know what more to say than that, but that's what we've done before, and that's what we're trying to do going through. Yeah.
And you're an entrepreneur and a small business owner, so every day is a growing and learning process when it comes to every aspect of business.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's quite exciting being an entrepreneur, though. I remember working in corporates, and it's so, well, I found it so parochial and so formal. I don't like that at all. And I also hate meetings. I love being out and about. I love meeting my clients. I like engaging with people. I'm definitely not an office person at all. So yeah, I definitely have an entrepreneurial streak, and I enjoy that I have that. And like, for example, I mean, in this lockdown, I mean, I was like, what the frick? I mean, there's no business from a tourist point of view. I've got to do something else. So I got involved with, well, actually, my boyfriend owns the Quick Fit brands. I don't know if you know Quick Fit. They do car servicing and
yes,
whatever. And so he brought in these foggers, and they're amazing. They completely disinfect the car within, like, I don't know, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes. And also, with all this with COVID, I looked into these sterilization wands and steri boxes for your phone. So that's what I've also been doing. We've been selling those because you've just got to jump on the bandwagon and try and bring in money when you don't. So I think from an entrepreneurial point of view, you've also got to be quite flexible and and full of divar and be thinking about things when things are not going so well on your key business. What else can you do? So that's what I've been involved. Apart from, we're still working with Lumela and trying to push it forward and get us through this time. We've also been selling disinfectant foggers and sterilization wands, which are quite amazing, with UVC lights.
Live stream, there we go. Sorry,
can you see me?
Signal problems.
Yeah. Sorry, are you back?
And we were talking. Yes, we can see you. I think it's the grey overcast weather. It's the grey overcast weather in Cape Town.
The weather's all. Okay.
Yeah. So in COVID, you said entrepreneurial, selling things, making things work, and a lot of people were doing that.
You've got to have a side hustle. So that was my side hustle, and while we still, looking to get our main business back online. So you've got to be flexible and take the initiative, I think. Absolutely.
And I hear it from so many businesses. Kathy from the Wolf Shack, who's a regular viewer here, was making and selling biscuits during lockdown, putting herself on a variety of courses and upskilling herself.
Yes.
I know the team from EPT Recovery during lockdown. They were a massage and therapy agency, and obviously they couldn't see clients. They were selling bread. They were doing things to make ends meet. And it's during these times you actually find out how resilient you actually are as a person and as a business, and how willing you are to adapt.
100%. You do. You find out a lot about yourselves when you've got to survive. You really, really do.
Absolutely.
You find out a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
What tips do you have for small businesses who are currently struggling? And you going through the struggles, we're all going through these struggles during COVID. What's that one piece of advice that really stuck to you the last 6 months?
You know what? I mean, one of the things that has definitely stuck through me is that you've actually got to have money for a rainy day. So many people, when business is doing well, they don't think about saving anything. And I've known so many people now over COVID who actually businesses have gone under because they've had no money to sustain themselves. So for me, I think that's been, I don't know if it's a marketing tip, but I mean, it's certainly a business tip that, I mean, you really, when you have got some surplus cash in the business, invest it, put it aside. Don't use everything. I mean, there's no ways we would have been able to get through this time without me having had something extra. So I always say, put money aside for a rainy day. I mean, you have to. You just have to, because you just never know. Like we just never knew. When we were all celebrating New Year this year, we didn't realize what on earth we were celebrating.
And we never know what 2021 is going to bring either.
We don't. So yeah, I always think that's an important one, is to definitely save for a rainy day, or put money aside for a rainy day, because you just don't know. You just actually don't know. So that for me is a business tip. I don't know if it's a marketing tip.
It's fine. This is business, entrepreneur, marketing advice and tips. I was told just during lockdown by someone, because I'm a freelancer, that I should have 2 years worth of salary saved up for a rainy day, which I thought was quite, I thought it's a tough one to reach, but
absolutely, but it's a goal to work for. I think that's excellent. Yeah. Because I know someone asked me the other day, how would I measure that? And I said, I actually don't know. That's a good question. So that is a very good answer.
2 years is quite tough, but maybe 3 to 6 months to 2 years would be a great benchmark.
I just think, anything, people just really need to work to putting stuff. And I think, 2 years, because I think, well, that's a great goal to work towards. And it's always good to have a dream to work towards, whether we get there or not, but it puts us in the right direction. Yeah, it puts us in the right
Absolutely.
So yeah.
We've got some new viewers that have just jumped on and watching us live. Please, can you hold up some of your products just to show Christo, Cindy, Haley, all the guys who've just jumped up. Have you got a mug near you or any of your products? Just talk us through it again.
I've just got these are some of my little but these are our original brand of little hand painted mugs for children, which are our most well known international and local brands. And then we also do a lot of, I mean, I don't know if you can see in the back here, we do a lot of branded.
Yeah.
You see in the back a lot of branded mugs. I love Cape Town. Oh my gosh, we do them for a whole lot of, I don't know if you can see them. I'm trying to find the camera.
There we go. There we go. We can see them. We love that.
Yeah. So of course we do a huge range of products but on the enamel is our biggest. And so we either hand paint on enamel, we either sublimate it, so to custom make it with what you want on it, or we fire logos onto it. But then we also do a whole range of hand painted educational toys for children, musical instruments, like this is a tambourine for kids. So it's, we do magnets and key rings. Oh no, it's a massive range. It's grown and grown. Yeah, it's grown. And that was one of the marketing things that I was also I was gonna say when you asked about tips, but is that one must also try and diversify in business. I remember when we started, we just were very sort of enamel mug centric, and then we extended our enamel range. Then we went into children's gifting, and then adult gifting. So we're all in gifting, but we can actually get into different markets. So the corporate market, just general gifting, curio gifting. So and offering a wider range of products. So diversify where you can. Yeah, that's a bit of advice, a marketing tip. I mean, there's lots of marketing tips that I can give over 25 years, but
something you should add.
She's gone again. I think her
World AIDS Day. There we go. Let's see if it's got back.
Yeah, I missed you there.
So comment down below saying World AIDS Day gift.
Yes, that would be perfect.
So that
you could absolutely do that.
And that's the nice thing of running your own business and not having to answer to a big corporate is you get to decide what you can bring out and what not.
Absolutely.
Any other marketing advice or marketing tips?
Gosh, I mean, I've got lots of marketing tips. I mean, tips in terms of that if you're not on any, you've got to be across a wide range of social media platforms, driving business, through those different platforms, really important. What else have I got? Emailers, people love people. I know what a really good thing is even though we've got a lot of social media and we can email people, the personal touch is always a very important thing. So I find that yes, it's great, we email clients and they email us back, but I can't tell you how many times I'll phone a client or a potential client and they're like so surprised that I've phoned. They're like, wow, that was so nice of you. Thanks. I really appreciate your call. And because I think a lot of people lose that these days with all our social media stuff going on. So I find that it's really important to have that personal touch, and also in terms of your clients, know about them, build relationships with them. I mean, I could definitely say that, that's one of the backbones of our business is a relationship that we have our clients. They're not just a number or someone on email. I mean, I try and get to visit as many clients usually as I possibly can, or just speak to them on the phone. So it's definitely being in touch with clients and having that personal touch. And then obviously another, it's not a marketing tip, it's a business lesson, whatever, is service is absolutely crucial. You've got to offer, people actually value service over above price, over so many things. And what I've learned in business is that you can't be too pedantic with a client. you must always give your client the benefit of the doubt. A client, always first see the client as correct, because the client is king. So we have got a policy where we don't look, unless it's blatant that the client has broken the product, or sometimes what clients do is they'll keep products for a long time and then pretend they arrive broken. But we always take photographs of everything we send, so we know whatever. But I'm very quick to, if something's not selling or not working, we'll swap it out. We'll do it. I just think we've got to, and maybe that's a cost to us now, but it keeps the client long term. When a client finds it easy and pleasant to deal with you, I mean, it's like any of us. If we're finding it difficult dealing with someone, why on earth are we going to stick with them, even though they've got an amazing product? I don't want to continue with them. I mean, it's just a pain. And so definitely service, customer service. The other thing is staff. You really, really need to make sure that you invest in really good staff that take the initiative, that also believe in your service offerings, that are loyal, that are trustworthy. So spend time on taking on staff. That's also really, really important. I mean, especially in a situation, I'm in a situation where I rely completely on my two managers. I mean, I'm not here all the time, so I have to trust them. I have to trust them with cash sales. I have to trust them with running things. So staff are very, very, very important. Very, very important part of making your business a success. And if you've got not often, but I have had situations in the past where you've got a rotten apple. You need to nip that in the bud. You need to deal with it through either getting an HR specialist in, sorting it out, because if you keep that rotten apple in, it completely infects the entire box of apples. And then you've got, I mean, I had a few years ago, my entire team actually fired themselves through one person who is an instigator and initiated the whole thing. And anyway, they went on a legal strike. And that taught me, you know what? Why did I leave that person in for over a year and not deal with it? I would have, So that for me has also been a really, really important lesson, is deal with the rotten apples. Don't let them, infect the rest of the team. So, I'm just, keep your staff motivated. Diversify. I brought up a few of those things.
That's just absolutely incredible. You've offered us so much advice and so many valuable tips. Before you go, what is the one app on your phone that you cannot live without? It doesn't have to be market related. It doesn't have to be business related. It can be just your own fun app that you just have on your phone that you use. It can be social media or anything.
Oh my gosh, no, if I have to tell you that, you're going to just laugh. But my two apps that I go to, they're game apps. So when I just want to vegetate and I want to chill, or I don't know, sometimes before I go to bed, if I'm not going to read my book, then I'll play Sudoku. I've got a whole app with lots of Sudoku. And then I have another game that I absolutely love. It's called Word Crush. And you've got to figure out the word.
We have it in our house. We have it in our house.
So, those are the two sort of go-to apps that I'd go to. And this, I go on social media, but I do enjoy my Sudoku and my Word Crush, I have to say. Yeah.
Listen, this is where we learn. We don't laugh, and a lot of people don't know this about me. I'm also big into my gaming apps on my phone. I love the puzzle and tower defense games. No one knows this is the first I'm actually sharing of this. So seeing that you sharing will make it a shareable moment. And I'm terrible at Sudoku. I did try it, but we've also got Word Crush in the house, and we also play that. So
it's fun. Yeah.
So we know. If anyone wants to get hold of Lumela Africa, where do they go?
Well, they can go straight to our website, www.lumelaafrica.com. We've got all our information on there, or they're welcome to contact me directly. I mean, I have no problem giving out my personal cell number. If people want to give me a call, talk about it, I don't have a problem with that either way. 100%.
We'll post that down below, and I've dropped all the contact details down below. So if anyone wants to ask you anything, Leanne, if someone has a business question or perhaps advice or tips or wants to collaborate or ideas, you open to that?
Lovely. I'm totally open to it. Yeah, fire away, Doris Day.
Leanne, I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you taking time live from your guys' workshop, from the Lumela Africa workshop in Vereeniging, the deep south, the other side of Johannesburg, for any of our international viewers that are watching. We appreciate your time, and I look forward to catching up with you when you're in Cape Town next time.
I absolutely do. And thank you so much for letting me be a guest. It's been an honor, and I wish you lots of success with your show.
Thank you, and all the best. Please send our regards to the entire team at Lumela Africa.
I will.
And now that the borders are open, lots of sales, and I hope it brings lots of
Absolutely.
success
It'll bring.
to you
Thanks so
guys.
much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Liezel. Thank you. Have a great day further.
Thanks, Leanne. That is Leanne from Lumela Africa joining us live. What I've done is I have put the contact details down below, lumelaafrica.com. They do corporate gifting as well as those beautiful mugs you saw, musical instruments, you saw educational toys, you saw commenting so much